Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 3 of season 1 of the Umbrella Academy. Last episode kind of gave us a little more time with the characters. We spent a lot of time with Five as he kind of goads Klaus into helping him investigate this coming apocalypse that he has seen as he tries to kind of find these clues, find these items, find some things that he recognizes to try to figure out if there is any way to prevent this. And it was a lot of fun, man. Klaus is a card. Whew! He got so many laughs out of me in the last episode, and I had such a blast with it. Still no resolution or hint as to what actually happened with Diego and the monocle. We got Luther also still trying to kind of follow up on Diego as a lead until he kind of drops that when he seemingly finds an alibi for the night their father was murdered. We got to see some relationships that Diego has with, where he lives, with this detective that is roaming around, kind of finding all of these bloodied bodies that Fives has left behind in the wake of this organization seemingly trying to capture him, as 2 new agents hit the scene, attempting to track him down as well, and still failing. But yeah, it was pretty interesting to see how this is unfolding, but from what we saw towards the end, it does seem to be hinting at kind of a closed loop where what has happened may have already happened and it can't be prevented because whatever he does has already cemented it, as we saw with the mannequin. But I don't know. Here's the hope, and there's a way around that. And maybe that's just a misleading mishap. Maybe it's just a coincidence that kind of played out earlier than intended. We'll find out, I guess. But before we jump in, guys, if you're part of the 67% of people that are watching the channel, you're not yet subscribed, maybe you're tuning in for the first time here today, I really hope if you enjoy this reaction, maybe you'll stick around, hit that subscribe button, leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Even if you don't enjoy it, leave an emoji of what you felt of the reaction at the bottom. If you want to check out the full-length, unedited reaction of this episode, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gives you access as well. It's in watch-along format, and you get the same thing for all the other shows we cover here on the channel, as well as a bunch of exclusive movie reactions, where you guys actually get to help vote on what we add to that list every month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while, so you are going out of your way to support the channel. But of course, I know not everyone can do that, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, and helping us with that YouTube algorithm. That all said, guys, let's go ahead and hop into episode 3, Extraordinary. Here we go. 5 years ago. Oh, wow. I like when there are, like, comic books of superheroes within the superhero world that they exist. Like, they get, like, merchandised.
And this is my story.
Oh. Is that what inspired her to write the truth rather than these aggrandized, like, pop culture comics that kind of glorify everything?
We were never a real family.
Oh, wow.
Family in name, but not in fact.
Ooh.
Damaged by our upbringings.
Oh my God. She wrote that? I can't believe she would do that.
If you're raised to believe nothing about you is special, if the benchmark is extraordinary.
Mm.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
I hadn't noticed.
I feel like that was just a jab, but if he didn't actually notice, that would just fit the theme with everything else so far with Vanya as a character. Oh, that was a good transition into a nice little title card. Oh, I like that.
Thought people were out to get him.
But Mom? I mean, she's not capable of... Is she?
I mean, are we going to finally figure out, or at least talk about, who or what she is? So she's not capable. So, robot, protocols, programming.
We need to ask you some questions about the night that Dad died. Do you remember anything? Did you go and see him?
don't recall.
Little sus.
He was very good to me.
Yes, but after we all left, it must have been difficult.
You kids kept me oh so busy, and then
What?
That's so eerie.
eggs are ready.
Oh, I don't like that.
These 9mm haven't been manufactured since
1963. Odd, I know. Matching casings were found at a murder scene last night.
It's a shame nobody told you to go talk to him.
At a certain point, it's not about practice. It's whether you've got something special. And maybe you just don't. You can go find something you're actually passionate about and stop slogging away at Stravinsky like a scared 13-year-old.
God damn. Oh, ooh. That's one way to do it, I guess.
7% reduction in payment due to job delay. Further reduction every 24 hours until job completion. That is just, I mean, it's only been one lousy day.
Damn it, where's Dad's stuff? Can we go see a movie or something?
Oh, he went back to see if he could find it.
Found it, thank God.
Don't. God damn it.
I'm done funding your drug habit. Come on. You know, maybe I just want to hang out with my brother. Not you. Sorry you're in there for so long, Dolores. No, I'm not drunk. I'm working. Yes, it's about the eye thing. This is the place it was made.
Hey, if they hadn't met yet, why does she know him?
The court says I have to do this mandatory therapy thing before I can have visitation.
You used your power on her.
I mean, there were days where she'd have these epic meltdowns.
Wow.
It'll get easier. Some things just take time.
And some things just stay broken.
That's rough, man. But at the same time, so fucked. At the same time, I totally understand. But like,
You made all these? When I was a kid, my imagination was my escape. And clearly, I never grew up. Take it.
Oh, no,
I insist. I made it for you.
it's really sweet, though.
This is so bizarre. We've known each other for 2 days. I feel like you know me better than anyone in my family.
This might be a little inappropriate, seeing as I'm your impressionable young student. You didn't tell me your sister was a movie star. Wow. You were in that umbrella thing, too, weren't you? But you weren't in that, were you?
Ooh, shit.
The fifth Beatle of the family.
I really did like the Beatles. More of a Stones guy myself.
This guy, man, he's kind of smooth in a weird way.
I was angry with Patrick and I took it out on you. I'm really sorry. I'm not good at this whole sister thing.
I hadn't noticed.
Ouch.
5. 5. Hey, 5. 5.
Oh, wow. God, he had a hard time there.
How did you find me?
Oh.
Oh, that's great. How did he do that?
What, I need an excuse to hang out with my family?
We're trying to have a serious conversation.
What, and I'm incapable of being serious? Is that what you're saying?
Luther's got a point.
I don't think that I'm better than you, number one. I know I am.
Might I try raspberry jelly?
Sure.
Not have donuts in the future or wherever they're from. So he's just like found his thing.
Him and his father sat right over there.
That most definitely was not his father.
Are you with the police?
We were hired by his family to help.
Oh, I hope they don't hurt her.
You mind drawing that tattoo?
What if 5 investigating the end of the world is what helps this unfold? God, I'm just wondering, like...
Dad has his monocle. Mom stands up. Monocle's gone.
Yeah. Then where is it? No, I've searched the house, including all of her things. She doesn't have it.
And why did...
We need to turn her off.
Oh, whoa, wait. She's not just a vacuum cleaner you can throw in a closet.
I'm with Luther.
Surprise, surprise.
Shut up.
Wow, this took a turn I wasn't seeing.
What's it gonna be, Klaus?
I'm with Diego because screw you. And if Ben were here, he'd agree with me.
No.
The whole family has to vote. We owe each other that.
Right.
No, we should wait.
If Ben is actually there, though, I mean, they should know Klaus. Do they just not know Klaus can see him? I mean, they should know what Klaus's power is. I don't know. I'm curious about all of that.
Well, he built her. And he programmed her to be a mom, to be our mom. Sometimes when I look at her, I just see him.
How will the Umbrella Academy ever become an effective crime deterrent if we can't even leave the house on time for missions?
Sounds beautiful, Vanya.
Thanks, Mom.
Aww.
Klaus.
Thank you, Mother.
Boys will be boys.
You know, his power isn't necessarily field worthy, so like what does he contribute when he's like out there with them?
Remember, Diego, just picture the word in your mind.
Don't.
Oh.
Don't move.
You did it. I'm so proud of you.
That hurt.
When you think something, is it like he's telling you what to say?
Your father isn't here, silly. Did I do something wrong?
No, it's not.
Man, this has gotta be hard to process.
But I've got such beautiful views here. Wonderful world she lives in. Though sometimes I wonder if she's lonely.
This is so fucked up. But I don't know, maybe Diego saw something that wasn't there. I don't know. Projected. Or maybe he's right. I don't know.
What the hell is he up to?
He just got a manila envelope. Oh no. Great. Vanya mentioned that she's programmed to protect. What if with them otherwise engaged, we see her protect? Yep. It's a fucking curse, man. I feel so bad for Klaus, man. I think more so than any of them. Oh, and he's not gonna hear any of the shenanigans going on.
I didn't really feel like a superhero up there, but those few moments when my whole world was going, I felt like maybe I was meant to be there.
Uh-oh. Holy shit. They done fucked up coming in here, man. I'm guessing in the future maybe they don't have a clue who they are or what this place is. All right, maybe protect is a little bit of an overstatement. Yo! Got that Luther throw.
I lost my gun. I'm going after them.
Yeah, he was like taking some hits like a tank though. Until Luther chucked him across the room. Klaus half the time is just in his own show. It seems like. Can she use her power on her though? Just be like, stop fucking fighting me. Gosh, man. It's like Wanted with knives, man. She's gonna call for mom to... They set that up. They can't just like set it up and not have anything come of it. Oh, god damn.
You gotta cut the fast food, soldier.
That's not creepy at all. Holy shit.
Did you know? No.
What did I miss? Did she know what?
Mom.
About maybe what was done to Luther or whatever that was or whatever happened.
The guy's in the mask, the one they just shot up the house.
What are you talking about, silly?
Yeah, she's just...
It's gonna be okay.
Just picture the word in your mind.
It's gonna be okay. Mom.
Oh.
Remember.
That was good. That was good. Oh, shit.
She is a liability.
Vanya, wait.
Let her go. It's for the best.
What assholes, man. I get it, but it's still like, fuck, dude. Oh. Like, he wasn't like that when he was a kid. So, like, what happened? And they all didn't know about whatever this is. You know, I know I'll figure it out eventually. They'll explain it at some point, but he tried to hide it. He ran away once it was revealed. They all seem very shocked.
Where the hell were you? When you didn't come out, I figured we'd just regroup here.
What a nice total loss.
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
You're odd. Oh, what? Oh my God. No. Damn it. Oh my Lord, dude. Okay, so that opens up quite a lot of things. So, man, what is going on with the whole dad plot? So we're pretty honed in on the monocle was only missing because the mother was trying to clean it. Diego was protecting the mom because he knew what Luther would do, so he took the monocle and then disposed of it, hoping that they would just let it go and forget about it. Obviously, that didn't happen. So, was there foul play or no? Or was the reveal merely that has nothing to do with what's going on right now, and that the problem was that she's just degrading? Because she's supposed to also supposedly protect the family, but she also didn't intervene. She's also been a little glitchy the first 2 episodes as well, here and there. So I don't know what that was supposed to necessarily allude to. If the father's death plot is still something we're going to be furthering, I don't know. I do like the weird dysfunctional ways this is still bringing this family together. Like even incorporating Vanya into the whole mix, as well as Allison's words kind of pushing Vanya to kind of break out of her shell a little bit. Especially after that incident at the, what would you call it? I don't know what you would call it. That rehearsal for that violin group. I don't know what that's called. Where the first seat just gave her like some hard, harsh reality, which was just like everything everybody has been echoing to her this entire time, her entire life. You're not special. You're not the cool one. You don't have gifts. Blah 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 blah. You're not part of this family. You're the other. You are just this. You're not special. And then it went back to even to her book when she revealed it. Like, you know, I'm sure a lot of people, there's that initial like draw because of the connection to the Umbrella Academy. Because we saw through that like montage of when, you know, she saw the comic books in the window, and I guess that inspired her to tell their story, the truth, rather than what's been glorified by the media, by the public and all that stuff, and really kind of do a tell-all, especially because more than anybody, she observed every aspect of it. And it's not pretty. And that's kind of how it's being sold. Kind of like in Logan, which, of course, I just watched for the first time maybe like a week or 2 ago. It's on the channel, my reaction, if you want to check it out. You know, the comics existed in that world, too, after all of the X-Men's exploits became public. And, like, you know, Logan was flipping through them. This isn't what happened. Some of these things, sure, but, like, this is it's not happy, hunky-dory stuff. People died, people got hurt. Like, this isn't the truth. This isn't what was in there. And this is kind of what was going on there. But that draw was the special family. It wasn't really Vanya that they were there to read about. And then it was just like this deconstruction of this public perception of this family, this hero team and all this stuff. And you saw through the montage as the truth of what the book was really about was starting to come out, more and more people were fading out of that reading, and even to the point where the store owner put up the 50% off sign on the book. It was just, this entire episode is just like, let's just beat the shit out of Vanya and their entire self-esteem and just destroy. I can't even imagine what like growing up in that environment must have done to her. But this student, as weird as he is, like, he's very endearing. He is, like, I don't know, like, charming in an odd kind of way. And, like, the whole, like, I spent all night carving this little figure of you in order to give to you. A little weird, but sweet. Somebody giving her attention. And I'm curious to see where that goes, because it is in response to everything else that's going on. Luther is a big old mystery to me with what's going on right now. Why, now that I'm thinking about why did he go isolate himself to the moon? He always had these fascinations, it seemed, from the flashbacks with space Is that why, or was it to isolate himself? Was he afraid for others to kind of see him for whatever's happened to him? Did puberty really kick in and really hit him hard? Every time we see him in the flashbacks, like, he looks normal and he's just doing push-ups. Like, there was a one shot where he didn't have a shirt on. He was just doing push-ups. He wasn't gorilla-like or whatever then. So, like, what happened? And none of them knew. The reaction to seeing him without his coat on was like, what the hell? What happened to you? And, like, there's even, like, that patch in his back that's kind of balded with a giant scar on it. And his skin is just, like, rough, torn, and scarred. And it's almost, and I don't think this is the case, but it very much so looked like Frankenstein-like. Like, his head was just attached to this body that might not be human. I don't know. That could be a stretch. But that's just where my head went. And then, seems like the only person that had that Diego's had any kind of personal connection with at all was the mother. And the thing is, after that conversation with Vanya about, dad made mom, so is her words her own words, or is she speaking for the father? And anytime he would badmouth the dad, and he was like, but he was all these things and these things. So it was like stroking off the dad and stuff like that, like still like praising him. So it was really interesting to see that realization come through that maybe she's not in the right of mind, or maybe she's never been what he thought. Maybe that's just like something he had hoped and latched on to as a child because she was the only one really there for him and helping him in a lot of these ways and giving him that reassurance, giving him all those things. So, like, it's a very her kind of situation. And I say that, and I haven't seen that movie, but I know I know much of what it's about, at least. So I try to make that, it's the first comparison that comes to mind. And then it does seem like, when they were like, the whole family needs to be here, 5 isn't here, we need 5 to vote. Do they consider Ben not here? Are they aware that Klaus at all always has been around? Is that unknown to them? I mean, if they knew his power, which is talking to Dad, which they did because they asked him to talk to Dad in the beginning bits, do they just not ever think to try to communicate with Ben? It's kind of curious to me because it's almost like they pretend he's not there, and I don't know how that works just yet. We're still only 3 episodes in. But Klaus, man, him like in that little isolation chamber in the tub, like sinking his head in, trying to just tune out everything, and then just hitting with these voices of these people just calling out and screaming. And I wonder if something happened when he was a kid and those spirits, those specters just stay with him. I don't know. I'm very curious. Klaus and Vanya are two so far the most tragic characters to me that I just am just always sympathetic for. And a lot of it comes from Klaus and his ability, because that's got to be a living nightmare. And that's a little taste, a little example of it. And yeah, 5 just has this superiority complex that Luther confronted him about, and he's just like living in it, but he's still failing at everything he's trying to do right now, and he endangered all of them by going off and not letting them in on the loop. And again, we don't know necessarily the type of time travel this is, because his influence and his disregard for them might be what's putting them in these crosshairs. I mean, we see that they were found in the rubble, their bodies trying to stand up or fight or whatever, and then the academy's destroyed, everything's destroyed. We saw his mannequin intact until it wasn't, and he caused that to happen. I don't know, man. The whole story with him is just, I'm really curious. We didn't get a lot of forward movement with that. We spent a lot of time with these agents, though, in this episode, as they're trying to track things down, and they don't really have a lot of information. They're just kind of like doing what they're told and fumbling through it right now. And seemingly they don't really know who the target is that they're after, only what they're known for, I guess, in the future. And they have no idea of who he's connected to here, and they have no idea who the Umbrella Academy is, because it was so funny seeing them go in there. He's like, the fuck is this place? Who are these people? What the shit? It was kind of funny. They didn't know what the hell they got into. but they're all a little rusty right now too. So I have to imagine it could have gone a lot worse for these agents if they were, they had been a super team all these years. I'm still a little confused on why Allison couldn't have used her powers on them and used her push. I also don't know what exactly you call that, but we found out exactly what happened because there was this tragedy or thing that she had to work through that's caused her to not be able to see her kid and why she has to go through all this stuff. And it's because she abused her power on her child, which is fucking rough, man. And the justification for it too. Again, I get it. But there's like a whole ethical thing right there that just like makes that a big old no-no. And that's, I can see why they would be afraid to let her around the kid, man. I can't. But like during that fight, during that situation, you feel like if anytime she's around, like I don't know the extents or limits of her power, but we saw her in that bank thing. It was like, hey, how about you shoot your friend? And he does. I was like, it's like David Tennant and Jessica Jones. That's such a busted, overpowered power, unless the person's deaf, because you could just get out of any situation. Is this like a Code Geass situation? You only give one person one command ever, and then you can never use your power on that person again? Because I feel like they could have just ended this entire conflict at the house had she just like yelled out. And then it seemed like Vanya and Diego both kind of had this kind of sympathetic viewing towards the mother, where Diego saw the mother as an independent being, the one that loved him, and he still had his disdain and resentment for the father. Vanya used the mother as like a conduit to try to forgive the father, where the things that the father couldn't say directly to them, maybe he programmed his true feelings into the mom, and that's how Vanya was trying to cope with the way they were treated. And then maybe dad really did love me because the mom was taking care of me when he was neglecting the shit out of me and everybody else. So I don't know what to think of this dad, man. And then Diego, during this whole mess, when all of this shit's going down in the house, the mother's just fucking knitting away. Didn't do shit. I think that was and then was actually threading threads through her arm, not even realizing. It seemed like something's off, and we've seen that multiple times, like the way the mom's been behaving, that her programming's a little funky. She's probably never been maintained at all within these 30 years or however long it's been. It's just like, it's rough, man. And like Diego, that attachment, I felt that in that moment when he was shutting her down. I felt that moment, man. I did. I felt for Diego in that moment and what that must have meant. And I'm wondering too, is like, Diego, remember, I wonder if she was going to repeat what she said, see the word you're trying to see in your head, or if she was going to try to say something else. Is he going to wonder what was she about to say? 5 missed this entire outbreak at the house. Lots of fun stuff going on, though. I got to say, everybody has given really good performances in the show so far across the board. And I think, like I mentioned this in episode 1, I think the only people in this show I've seen in anything else is Elliot Page and Tom Hopper, and I think they're both doing great jobs. Elliot specifically in this, like, he's doing a really good job at portraying this pain, this isolation, this, I don't know, there's just this shattered, broken soul that just comes out in his performance in the subtlest of ways. Vanya doesn't talk much. She really doesn't. But the way Elliot plays the character, it's just the mannerisms, his looks, just deliver it all. It's just really well done. And Diego, man, I gotta say, for being kind of an asshole, I can't remember. I don't know this actor's name. I know I've got it in the notes. I just don't remember it right now. He's pretty solid too. I think everybody's fucking really good in this. And that just makes me wonder, have I seen them in anything else? I don't know. Like, none of them have faces that I recognize from anything else, so I don't know. But damn, man, they're all doing a damn good job. I really like the way this one was directed. This was a lot much more, aside from like the Klaus episodes here and there, scenes rather. This is really more so than the first 2 episodes, I think. And then the action set piece at the end was a very much more serious, focused episode, I think. I don't know. It felt more heavy in this episode because you felt like the weight of this, kind of the emotional stakes on everybody's character in this, a little bit more so than I felt like in the other 2 episodes. It just was like making everything, which makes me wonder like how much of this, outside of the Klaus things and then the action sequence at the end, I wasn't aware of my reactions throughout. So I was like just wondering, because a lot of the times I was just like, fuck, dude. Just a lot of just focusing on the material, and I hope it comes out in the end. I hope it's at least been an entertaining watch. We'll cut it together and try to make it one, but if it's not. But guys, what do you think of this episode? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We could talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my socials down below. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Stick around, hang out. If you want to see the full-length reaction, it's going to be on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Melita, Robert Anguiano, and Raven McCann. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.